What's up everybody, it's Sean here today to give you guys a review of the Nike LeBron 20 in this Time Machine colorway. Today's video is sponsored by Heffalux. Heffalux is my all-time favorite sneaker insoles, and they sell ETP insoles, which really is the same material you'll find inside Adidas Boost. So if you're looking to add some additional comfort inside your shoes, be sure to check out their website, which I've linked down below in the description box. You'll see they sell a variety of different insoles, so depending on the type of insole density and the cushioning setup you're looking for, you're going to find there's a suitable insole for anyone. So I've been a paying customer of Heffalux for years now, and I find them to be extremely comfortable. So if you guys want to check them out and try a pair for yourself, be sure to use the code SEANGO at checkout to get 15% off your entire purchase. So this is my super delayed review of the Nike LeBron 20 in the debut Time Machine colorway. These released, I believe, in late September for a price of $200 or $260 here in Canada, and the official colorway for this shoe is barely green, multicolor, and medium soft pink. So a while back, I reviewed the Violet Frost colorway on my channel, so I'll also link that video down below if you want more of an in-depth and detailed review of the LeBron 20. This pair though was always on my need to cop list, and as the debut colorway of this model, I personally thought it was super nice. Before we go on any further though, I just want to give you guys clarity that this review is strictly from a casual use perspective. So if you're looking for a detailed, in-depth performance review of the LeBron 20, I'm sure there's a ton of other channels on YouTube that have you covered. So first things first, here's a quick look at the box, and this comes in this gray colored cardboard box, and it says here strive for greatness, and we have a list of LeBron James teams that he played for in the NBA, along with the years that he played for them in. And then on the bottom of the box, you'll see we have these cutouts from the outer sleeve, which form the Roman numerals for 20XX, and we have this diamond shaped cutout in the middle, revealing the LeBron logo in the center. So the LeBron 20, like I mentioned in the Violet Frost review, is the most excited I've been for a LeBron signature sneaker in a long time. This pair is radically different than past LeBrons. It does away with the bulky Max Air that LeBrons have been known to have, and this is much more of a wearable low top silhouette, which makes it both a great on-court shoe and an off-court shoe as well. So the upper of the LeBron 20 is constructed out of this pale green colored knit, which has a very thick and almost rough texture to it to the touch. But at the same time, it's very flexible and there's no breaking time really required for this shoe. Surrounding the medial side of the toe box, we have this synthetic overlay which gives you added durability, and we have a variety of graphics etched out on this overlay. Moving upwards toward where the laces are, we have this green colored piping, and then covering the eyelets themselves, we have another synthetic overlay which is done in a sparkly pale orange tone. And then the very top eyelet is done in this metallic pink color. Beneath this is probably the most recognizable design aspect of this shoe, is the dual swooshes found on the lateral side. So the top level swoosh is done in this lenticular finish, and it's surrounded by this translucent TPU. So you can see the edges of this swoosh aren't actually connected to the shoe, which is a similar vibe to the ambush dunk highs. And underneath this, we have this green colored swoosh, and this is stitched on entirely to the body of the shoe using this crosshatch stitching, which once again is a nod to the Roman numerals for 20. On the medial side, so there's only one swoosh here, and this is also a green colored swoosh, but the stitching here is done in blue instead of that beige color that was found on the other side. And then beneath this, we have more of that pale green colored knit, which wraps around the entire back end of the shoe, and in the center we have this blue leather patch with the LeBron James logo lasered out in the center. Attached to the laces, we have this lace dubray or lace lock, which is done in this shiny pale pink sort of tone, and we have the Roman numerals for 20 here once again. Intertwining through this are the laces, and they're a flat style lace done in this pale green color with hits of pale pink intertwined within. Underneath the laces, we have the tongue. So the majority of the tongue is constructed out of that same knitted material that we saw on the body of the shoe. We have a diamond shaped leather overlay attached in the center, along with these blue colored flywire cables forming the shape of an X, which helps us secure the tongue in place. At the very top, we have that green colored piping once again, and the top of the tongue is covered in a pale green colored leather, and we have LeBron James signature and the Roman numerals for 20 in green. So the outer edge of the tongue is done in this unfinished style, exposing that foam layer from within, which also gives it more of a casual wear appeal. So the interior of the shoe is lined in Nike Sphere technology. So this is a type of foam that Nike's utilized even in the early 2000s, and in simple terms it's cored out, which allows it to compress and really form to the wearer's foot. So you'll see this is covered in a hot pink colored nylon. And then as for the insoles, so these come with their standard foam lined insole. However, it's covered in this custom graphic on top, which highlights LeBron James' different stops throughout his NBA career. So for example, we have palm trees, we have a graphic here that says The Land for Cleveland, and a movie film strip for LA. And on the heel, we have the circular patch with the Roman numerals for 20 once again. So the upper of the LeBron 20 sits atop this Nike Cushlon midsole, which is basically a softer but more responsive type of Phylon. So you'll see the midsole is painted in pink, except on the lateral side of the forefoot, the midsole is lasered out, giving it a very unique and intricate looking design. And as far as a technology standpoint goes, so the LeBron 20 also features 2 Zoom Air units. So we have a top-loaded Zoom Turbo unit, which will flex to the wearer's foot, and on the heel we have another thick Zoom Air unit, which is bottom-loaded within the Cushlon. Turning this pair over to the bottom, so the outsole here is done in this hot pink colored rubber. We have a very intricate and multi-directional traction pattern to this, along with a blue colored Dunkman logo on the heel. And underneath this we have a carbon fiber shank plate with LeBron James' signature in the middle, and this helps with torsional rigidity and midfoot support. So that breaks down the look and the construction of the LeBron 20s. And for those wondering about sizing, so this is a bit of a snug fitting shoe. So I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. I got these in a size 10.5, and they still fit me kind of snug, but in a good way. So especially if you're going to be wearing these casually, I would highly recommend you go a half size up. This toe box area is pretty narrow, and unless your feet are more on the narrow side, then I feel like going a half size up gives you a bit more breathing room for your toes. And especially if you're playing ball in these and you're wearing thick Nike Elite socks, for example, it all comes down to personal preference. But for me, I find that when I wear my Elite socks, it makes a pretty noticeable difference from a fit perspective. So for a shoe that's probably going to be already snug true to size, you may want to consider going up a half size. If you guys can try on a pair of LeBron 20s at your local shop, I would highly recommend you guys do that first before buying these if you're buying them online. Moving on to the comfort, so the LeBron 20 is a very comfortable shoe. Again, I didn't play ball in these, so my opinion on this pair is strictly from a casual perspective, but I gotta say it felt great on feet. It's a shoe that's not going to be overly stacked, and you're not going to feel very unstable like past LeBrons, but at the same time there's a ton of cushioning with a combination of the Cushlon and the Zoom Air units. So straight out of the box, brand new, you can really feel that responsiveness and the bounce back of this shoe, and because this upper is made out of knit, there's really no break-in time required. So I know people don't really wear basketball shoes casually too much these days, but I had to make an exception for this pair because they feel great on feet and they can be pulled off as a lifestyle shoe too. Finally, in terms of the overall quality and craftsmanship, so I gotta say the material quality was decent. When I look at this as just a shoe in general, the materials are solid, but they're not exceptional. But if I'm looking at this strictly from a basketball shoe perspective, then I think the quality of the materials are very good. I'm so used to synthetic materials on performance sneakers that it's a real refreshing change that they actually utilize real leather on this shoe, and I thought the build and the craftsmanship on this pair was pretty solid. There were some minor issues like some extra loose threads that I had to trim off myself, but the overall shape of the shoe was good, the panels were consistently cut, no real glue stains that I could see, so I thought this was a solid pair from Nike. So with all that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet and I'll show you guys how these look. Like I mentioned in the beginning, the LeBron 20 is so different from past LeBrons. I think that's part of the reason why it's so well received. I've seen a lot of people in my ball runs that are wearing LeBron 20s and they have great things to say about this pair. And for me, from a casual perspective, it's very comfortable, it's stylish, and because it's low top and more lightweight, it's a shoe that I can really see myself integrating within my rotation. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this time machine colorway of the LeBron 20. I think this colorway is very loud, it's very eccentric, but I think it works with the combination of this pale green with the pink. It's a bit of a random color combination that I think really works at the end of the day. So drop your thoughts down below, let me know if you guys have played in these, if you wear these casually, or if you're just waiting for a better colorway to drop later on this year or next year. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8. Check out my Twitter at sean.go and visit my website as well at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.